It's Entertainment Schmig.
And it's brought to you by Plaza Motors. Crazy. Yesterday, Lindsay Lohan went before a judge. She completed all of her community service.
That's something different for her.
Well, she is officially off probation for the first time in 7 years. Let's hope that we don't have to hear her name again for another 7.
Let's be honest. I thought for a minute, she kept delaying this on purpose so her name could be in the news again.
I don't think that's a bad thing, Corey. I mean, seriously, a bad thought. I
think about all the issues she's had. How hard is it to get done?
Yeah.
You know, and if you want to get back in the news, just break a law.
Crime. Yeah.
Right. That's it.
Unreal.
Look out, Nordstrom.
So now that is over, another thing to kind of have you break down over, Chris and Whitney from The Bachelor. No more.
Shocking.
No. They seem so happy in that moment.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, Chris Harrison, I think, was really bothered by this one.
It's like, are you surprised? Look at the odds, Chris.
Right.
I mean, every season, it's just a recipe for failure.
Chris Harrison is just upset that he keeps doing The Bachelor, I think is what it is.
He's fine.
I know you think he's fine.
No, I don't think he's fine.
Oh.
I think he's doing
Fine.
doing all right.
Yeah, he does Antique Roadshow. For those of you that have PBS,
I didn't know
me,
that.
He does a fine job on that, too.
All right.
And people don't break up after that show. Well, maybe they do. They just don't talk about it.
Okay, let's move on to something that Kevin's not a big fan of, spelling. The Scripps National Spelling Bee went down last night. It was down to our Chesterfieldian. Spell that.
Chesterfieldite.
Gokul Venkatachalam. And from Parkway West Middle School, by the way.
I think you shocked yourself right after
That
you
was
said it. Like, I
impressive.
got it.
Yeah.
Well, it's just hard.
It's hard.
And then Vanya Shivashankar. Telling you.
I'll give you a shiva shank.
No.
Right there in the old eye.
No.
How great is that, though? All these years, his last year to compete, and he wins it.
Yeah. Co-champions.
It was weird because one of the words they had to spell was a girl I used to date.
Sharon Schnitter.
Sharon Schnitter. Oh, Sharon. She could kiss like a maniac.
They had co-champions last year and then again this year. But before last year, they hadn't had co-champions. They hadn't had a tie in over 50 years.
Wow.
Yeah. So this is the last year
Tie. T-Y-E.
Nope.
Oh, wow.
T.Y. Everybody knows
Come
that.
on.
Like Pennington.
I'm having
yeah.
terrible fifth grade flashbacks.
This is the last year Gokul could compete. He finished third last year, and he was wearing a LeBron James Cleveland Cavaliers jersey underneath his
how cute.
button-down shirt. He's a huge Cavaliers fan. He loves LeBron. He said the reason he loves LeBron is because he does so many different things well. And I saw it on Twitter, but I couldn't confirm it this morning. Somebody said that the Cavaliers gave him floor seats for one of the championship games.
I bet
since they're in the They should,
Yeah.
if they didn't already. So I'm putting it out there, like, Cavaliers, come on. Let Gokul meet LeBron.
They actually hired him as a spelling coach for the team.
Another sports celebrity, Benji Molina, Yadier's brother, who is now, in the Cardinals organization. He has a book coming out. It's called Molina, The Story of the Father Who Raised an Unlikely Baseball Dynasty. It's kind of a tribute to their dad. It's really sweet. And he is going to be out on Monday, St. Louis County Library on Lindbergh, the headquarters.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
He's going to be out there signing books and I think reading a little bit from his book. But a sweet tale about how their dad raised these 3 boys and they all became catchers in the major leagues. He also told a funny story about Yadi getting kicked out of a game when I think he was 5 or 6 years old for cursing at the umpire. Can you believe it? He said he was the youngest kid to get thrown out of a game at that time for doing something like that.
2 of the 3 of them dated
Sharon Schnitter.
Yeah,
Also,
Sharon Schnitter.
this weekend, if you're a fan of Star Wars,
Careful.
Star Trek, 2001: A Space Odyssey, Apollo 13, Gravity. They'll all be featured as the St. Louis Symphony Orchestra's Lost in Space
Ooh.
program.
Oh, that's
Sunday
awesome.
at 2 o'clock. Yeah. Buddy Valastro, Cake Boss, is at Family Arena tonight. And it's also opening night for Circus Flora, Grand Center. Always a fun time.
It is. If you've never been to Circus Flora, that's a fun. The clown is, and I say the clown. There's this one main guy that is just—he's unbelievable. Great
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
Take your wife if she's allergic to horses.
And movies opening this weekend. Aloha with Bradley Cooper and Emma Stone. I'll See You in My Dreams with Blythe Danner. That's opening at Plaza Frontenac. And the big one, San Andreas. I will be staying far away
The
from
Rock.
that. Gives me anxiety just watching the trailer.
I just think the timing is not great.
No, it's not
No.
great. Earthquake, tsunami, that big wave over California. It just makes me wiggy. And Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony taped a while back, but it airs on HBO tomorrow night. That's Entertainment Schmig. Schmig Schmackdown coming in about an hour here on Y98.